Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? This morning, we are doing Wednesday video live. So thank you for showing up for Wednesday's video live readings. Thank you. And you are invited to get your own live reading where it will be forever archived.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live.
Thank you.
Go to Tracey Brown Live.
All right, let's get this party started. And my person already called, so I'm just going to call her back. Come on, Lovey. Good. Hi, Milan.
How you doing, Miss Tracy?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
So I just want to make sure, I want to confirm that you know this is today's Wednesday video live reading.
Okay.
No, okay. If you don't want it, you have to let me know.
Yeah, I'll do the live reading. It's fine.
Okay, all right. So it'll be on YouTube, okay?
That's fine.
The person that booked you didn't tell you?
No, to be honest, it was like, so I originally text you, and then you told me to text the other number. So
Right.
I text that other number, and I just paid, and they said payment receipt, and they asked which time slot did I want. I gave them the time slot, and they said that they would send a reminder the day before, but I didn't even get a reminder.
Got it. How long?
So that's why I text, like,
I got you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. How long ago did you pay?
March 3rd.
That's it. Okay. And you booked for a Wednesday. So if you booked it March 3rd?
Yes, ma'am.
For today.
No. Today, I booked it for the 31st, but I paid on the 3rd.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay. So you wouldn't have known at that time. The people that booked it didn't know on March 3rd. So that's why you didn't know.
Okay.
However, I could take this off feed.
Whatever. So however you could do what? I'm sorry.
I could take it off the live feed, whatever you want to do.
No, it could be the live feed. I'm open to it. Like I would do the live feed, that way I could just have like a reference if I need to go back and read it or something. Or,
that was the whole concept. So you could always have the reference, because everybody always says, "You said this, Tracy," and I go, "I did," but now you will always have it available to you.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me, what is going on? What do you want me to answer?
So I'm looking for, I don't know how to say it.
Just say it.
I don't want to say general, but I wanted to do like maybe love and future. I don't know.
All right. So that's general, right? But if I do a general, it doesn't necessarily include love. That just depends upon spirit. If you have a question on love, you should tell me, because spirit goes left. Go ahead.
So I want to know if I'm going to find love. Like.
All right. That's good. I love your name, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful name. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Milan. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Milan is your child. She's your love. She's your beloved, Father God. Please, God, authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. Oh. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Right? Amen. All right, let's get this party started. Good morning, everyone. Passion, love, spiritual communion. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Remember that. Remember that you're looking for passion and spirit of the communion of each other. Don't settle for less. Okay?
Yes, I'm going to remember that.
Good. Dissolve unwanted or disturbing thoughts. Is there something in the past that you had to let go that still bothers you?
Okay.
No, I'm asking now. Is there something in the past that still bothers you? A relationship? Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Well, it shows up in the card of peace. All right? And peace means, basically it means let it go. But what I'd like to say is it's so far removed from you now.
Okay.
Because without this relationship, you will be better. You will begin to transform if you just dissolve what you thought could have been in this relationship. Do you understand what I mean?
Not quite.
Okay. Why do I feel like he's gone? He's gone. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, he is gone, but I feel like he's still here. Like, I still hold on to him.
Repeat that. You still hold on to him?
Like, so you talking about the person that I like with the relationship, right?
Yeah, about love. Yeah, I don't know who I'm talking about, but I'm talking about whoever should be gone.
Yeah, they're not gone.
Why?
We have a connection, like,
Why?
together.
Okay, but why is he not gone?
Because so that person was like my first everything, like everything, and we was together for a long time, like over 6 years.
6 years.
And I always compare everything that I do to that person.
Got it. Makes so much sense now. 6 years consistently, or 6 years on and off?
It was actually 8 on and off, but that's the only person that I've been with.
Right. So I hear only the part that I want to hear, right, Milan?
Okay.
And the part that I want to hear is now it's up to 8 years on and off.
That's correct.
He needs to be gone. He is holding you back from passion and love and spiritual communion. There's a belief system in him that doesn't exist.
Okay.
So you keep holding on, hoping something will change at one of the points that he comes back. But for 8 years, all you've gotten was a consistent pattern that hasn't served your soul well.
Okay. I believe that.
But it's time to look at it now. I'm the only one that's telling you, right? But now it's time for you to look at it. Hard to believe?
Not really, because was in denial. Like I sensed it. Like
That's
I
right.
just need to sever all ties.
Yes.
But I always want to give the person in the back of my head like the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe they'll change and he come around.
Yeah. But it's been 8 years now,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And that like hope, that type of hope is too long. You're not on a stranded island hoping somebody saves you, right?
Mhm.
He shows you who he is consistently,
Mhm.
and that becomes painful to your soul and your spirit. Like, I feel like at times you're broken when
Mhm.
right, when he does the things that he does. And so I want you to give yourself permission to not allow him to do this to your soul anymore. But you have to talk to your body. You have to talk to you. I won't allow him back in to continuously do this to me.
Well, I won't allow him to continue to do this to me.
Yeah. Yeah. How old are you?
I just turned 39 on
Mm-mm.
the 28th.
Girl, 39, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
You've been dealing with this man your whole 30s.
Yes.
Making you miss your husband in that amount of years.
Yes.
No. No. Oh no. Mm-mm. Over. No. He is not a treasure chest to be found.
Yeah.
Drugs and alcohol, or is he from jail? Gambling? What's going? Too much sex, I think, too.
All of it.
All of it.
I don't do anything. Like they call me a lame because I don't do like things like
Oh no,
everybody else.
I'm not accusing
So,
you. No, 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 sweetie.
no, but I'm just saying. But he does everything. Like
Yeah. No, no.
everything.
When I was asking about him. If I was asking about you, I would have been like, do you?
Yes,
Yeah,
he does
no.
everything.
He does
So.
everything. He a bad, bad boy. And I'm telling you, this bad boy cannot change. And you really have to ask yourself what part of you has the bad girl in her that puts up with this.
Mhm.
Because souls connect. So what part of you likes this? But
I don't like it. I just accept it. Like I don't know.
no, no, no,
I've
no.
just been
Those are
accepting it.
good words. Those are good words. I don't like it. I just accept it. So now we're going to practice not accepting this bad stuff that he brings to the table.
Mhm.
You got kids? You got kids, sweetie? Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here. I'm
Oh.
here.
Oh, you got kids?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So imagine, let's make it like more like realistic. Imagine if this same guy came to you, right? And in front of your kids, just put drugs down. In front of your kids, just put his wee-wee down. In front of your kids, just cuss at you, right?
Mhm.
If you see the visual, you would never let that happen. You would fight him. You would tell him, get the hell out my house, I would presume, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I would.
You gotta believe that that is what he's doing, regardless. You gotta believe that he is showing you and your children just a disgusting part of a human being. And you don't have to service that anymore. Now,
I agree.
thank you,
I
sweetie.
agree.
Thank you. In my I'm just pulling like a few cards here. In my obstacles and challenges, it's broken. You don't even have the emotions to deal with him anymore. He has spent everything. You don't have the emotions anymore, do you?
Mm-mm.
When he starts
I don't.
acting up, do you have the emotions to constantly try and repair this broken bridge?
I don't.
You don't. And I feel like he just throws things at you. And I like the temptation card is the card of jail and sex and gambling and God knows what. Just throw everything. Throw the kitchen sink in with this guy, right? He does everything bad, right?
Mhm. Yes.
I get the Knight of Swords. You do fight back sometimes, though.
I do.
Is he aggressive towards you? Because the Knight of Swords also could be a presumably aggressive card. That means he might threaten aggression more than hit. Has he ever hit you?
No.
Has he
It's
threatened you?
more verbal.
Verbal. That's the Knight of Swords. It's like that. You know what I mean? Like shoving himself and yelling in your face, right? I get the Ace of Swords. You tried to break up with him. You tried to do this. You did. You're the money girl. You make money?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why he's around, for the money. Now, there is a new beginning. I do feel like 2021 can be your new beginning. But because we talked in the beginning, you know, you have a hard time you have a hard time giving him up, that in my tarot deck, he still shows up.
Okay.
I think that there's a little bit of fear of him, but I do want to remind you that you are free to go. The World card is the card that says, just go, just leave, just do it. It's okay, right? And this really bothers me. I don't know what sign you are, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I have 3 women here. You must be one of them. And I have the potential for 2 pregnancies out there. Is that something you know?
No, it's something that I want. I just want to make sure it's with the right person. Like, that's one of my wants. If I can say that.
Yes, you absolutely can say that. You know, if you don't give him up, chances are you will be pregnant by him, but so will another woman.
Okay.
All right. But I got 3 of you out there. Has he been known to cheat in the past?
How about, I'm sorry, the phone kind of broke up. How about what?
Has he been known to cheat in the past?
Yes.
Okay. So what can we do to get you healthy?
What does he give me that's healthy?
No. What can we do? What can I do to get you healthy?
I would say maybe just, so me personally, I'm the easy go, like, lay back person. I just go with the flow.
Well, that just
and
makes him take
so
advantage
that I
of
can
you.
be healthy, just guiding. You know, like, I don't want someone to be like, well, this is what you need to do, because in the back of my head, I know what I need to do. It's just that I need to make sure that I'm making the right decision. And hearing you say that I'm free to go, that right there is enough for me to say, I'm done. Like,
oh, wow.
It's the confirmation that I needed to hear to say that enough is enough.
Yeah.
To sever the ties that I need to sever.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's, wow. Well, just breathe. Just breathe. You know, I'm a big fan of counseling too, right? And I feel like this guy's a master manipulator, right?
He is.
He is. And so master manipulators wiggle, okay? They jiggle the doors, they wiggle, they play games constantly. And sometimes it's hard to notice the games that these people play, right? Sometimes it's hard. Counseling helps, right? But the other thing that I have found to help amazing is when you write it down.
Okay.
And the other thing I have found amazing is to be honest. Like, really look at his actions when you write it down and be honest. Because I have found that when you go back and look over your words, you're almost astonished at how much pain you went through.
Yeah.
But if we don't acknowledge it, either through counseling, thank you for this reading, because that's another way of producing honesty, or writing it down, or all of it. If we don't acknowledge it, we ignore it. And it's time to say, you put me in a lot of pain. Like, I don't know if I can continue to do this with you. I'm in pain. Somebody's got to acknowledge you. Somebody has to say, are you okay? And it sucks when nobody says that. And it sucks when you have a man and he doesn't say that to you. I'm not even looking for an I'm sorry. Are you okay? And then let you answer. 9 years is a long time. So if you're looking for love, this is your year. But you're going to have to break away from him first.
And I accept that. And that's what I'm about to work on doing. Like, I have to do it because I desire love and I deserve love.
Yes. What's his sign? Is he air?
I'm an Aries.
Oh, you're an air. Yep. I see you here. See, this is the Aries right here. I want to be mindful. I do see 2 pregnancies in the form of Queen of Pentacles. I don't think they're going to be you.
Okay.
You better find that man. You know what I mean? Find that man that wants to make this baby with you, wants to love you, wants to give you, passion and spiritual communion and love. That's what I mean. Find that man. All right. What's his sign?
Yeah.
Air? Is he an air sign?
Leo.
Leo. Bad upbringing?
Yes.
It's okay to let him go. Master manipulate. Master. Oh, why am I turning this upside down? Are you ready for your final outcome, sweetie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Listen deeply. Listen deeply. Whew, very deep, this card. Let me see what it actually says.
Okay.
Milan, I just want to give you a hug.
I need it.
I know. Angels are sending you guidance and inspiration through your powerful and resonant inner voice. Be ready to listen to your inner voice now. Listen to yourself. If you aren't able to hear yourself, you will be blocking your connection to information and insight and guidance that can support you going forward. If you've been ignoring or avoiding dealing with something you feel that you've had to do for a long time, 8 years, your angels are encouraging you to stop, listen to yourself, but you must do it now. Your expansion and growth depend upon it. That's the first thing I said. I said this year is supposed to be your year. We're April tomorrow. You done took 3 months from this year away from you. If you have received challenging information recently about your life from any source, and you are unsure whether to believe it or not, This card assures you that it is pivotal to the unfolding of your freedom and joy. Listen deeply.
God said that.
Thank you, sweetie. All right. Remember counseling? Write it down.
Yes.
All right. Keep me posted, sweetie.
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. How's everyone doing today? Just send a copy of this picture to her. By the way, to everyone, I sent a copy of the final outcome so that you could have a record of. Honey, you're too early. So you could have a record of. Hold on, let me tell her she's too early. Too early. All right, just tell her, give me 5 minutes. I do this so you could have a record of of your own of your session with me. Oh, you're welcome. Yes. I love it. Thank you. Hi, everyone in Instagram Live. I'm so glad to have you guys back. I missed you guys. I decided I love Instagram. I love you guys. I will never leave you again. And of course, I'm lying. I'm totally lying. Let the next, social media video thing come along and I'll throw you to the curb. Instagram, I'll throw you to the curb. But right now, I love you and I'm committed to you. I gave up feeding the squirrels and I accidentally left a bag out in the on my terrace, and they're kind of back again. So if they would just finish, just take the whole bag and take it up on a roof somewhere, people, squirrels. So I thought they were like, hey, okay, she's a little bit of a bitch, so we're not going to show ourselves to her. But I hear the pitter-patter of squirrel feet up there, and I don't like it. I was feeding these squirrels, and then they got out of hand. And then it just got out of hand. So I stopped feeding them because it just got out of hand. All right. So I got a minute. Let me go to the bathroom real quick. I'm never like organized. I must admit, never. Never organized.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown Live.
I was looking for my cross and I couldn't find it. I just found it. All right. I told her 5 minutes, so she'll come back in 5 minutes. We'll just talk for a little bit. How's everyone doing? I do hate when let's play it again. Let's make you all suffer again. I want to see Instagram drop this hard.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown Live.
Keep forgetting to watch it. Periscope is over today. Your song, you lit. Thank you. Right. I didn't make the song. Thank you. One of my clients made the song. Then I gave the song to my son and he put that beat to it. And it is it's lit. All right. Thank you. See, Instagram didn't know about the song. Only YouTube. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, nonchalant. Intermission song. It's the intermission song. It's a bathroom break song. Hi, Wonder They Hate Me. Are you sure that's the perfect name for you, Wonder They Hate Me? Is that a great name for you, really? You are too pretty for that kind of name. Virtual hugs. Thank you. Ashe. Ashe. Thank you, lovies.
Terica Green textbook.
Terica. Terica.
Hear me?
Yes. It wasn't your fault. It was my fault. How are you?
Oh,
How are you doing?
still kind of gone, but I'm ready.
Sure. So, did you have a question?
What happened with my whole termination? It was actually the president, wasn't my boss that did it. And, I had like 4 races.
Oh, you keep going in. Hold on, sweetie. You keep going in and out. You have 4 races. What?
It's actually the 4 racist general managers that couldn't take, being told to do from a Black woman. I was in HR. And so they pretty much orchestrated my departure. Had absolutely nothing to do with my manager. So I want to know, moving forward, what is the lesson that God wanted me to learn out of that? And does he want me to, I guess, focus more on my personal ventures or try to go back into the corporate world?
Okay, so let's just start with something that white America is not understanding with Black folks. We are constantly under racial boundaries daily. Y'all think everything's equal. Meghan McCain had the nerve to say, if you're not qualified, it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with an old boy network. And no matter how you slice it, we tend to come home feeling racial tension all day, every day. That stuff needs to stop.
At that company for the last 2 years.
How many? For 2 years, no less. And it wasn't even work performance. I don't like it.
Let me go and hire I know it's lies, but a redneck white man, no HR experience, and making $40,000 more than I was making.
Yeah. Well, I heard your anger when you said that, meaning 40,000 more than you're making. I know we talked about a letter, right? And I'm not sure if you were capable of writing that letter, but I'm still getting another letter. So
You're right when you told me and I sent it, but that was before I knew he was the one that was a part of it.
Right. No, I get it. So another letter. Do you understand that? not inside, not to the inside people. I don't know what company you worked for, but there's somebody outside this grouping of people that should know what went down. Because if they were restructuring, how could they have hired someone in your position? Do you know what I mean? Uh-oh. You keep going in and out, sweetie. Tarika?
Can you hear me?
Yes. You keep going. You keep going in and out.
But
Do you understand what I'm saying?
yeah, I get it.
Is there anybody higher up you could send that same letter to?
Well, he was the president of the company, but I can definitely send it to corporate, which is in Switzerland.
Oh yeah, send it to corporate. Oh yeah. Oh, so you worked for one of those companies where it's outside the U.S.
Yeah, absolutely.
My ex-husband did that. He worked on Wall Street for a company in France.
Yeah.
All right, sweetie. What's your lesson in this, right?
Yes.
Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Tarika. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Tarika's your child. She's your love. She's your beloved. Please, Father God, authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. 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 The first thing I'm getting is clearing away obstacles, protection, guidance. There might have been something that you would have seen at least 4 months ago. And it would have been at that time to start kicking up your heels.
I know exactly what that is.
Thank you. See, some of us are afraid to kick up our heels because we think it's going to terminate us, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the game is already on.
Yeah.
So sometimes you want to catch them at their own game, meaning when you saw something, challenge them. Doesn't mean you get to keep your job. It just means you don't continuously get to screw me over and think I'm the dumb one, because I'm not dumb.
That's exactly what happened. And I'll tell you what the situation was.
Tell me.
We have a PTO policy where if you use it or lose it. So I had to use my PTO by December 31st. So I took the last week of December off. I made everybody in the company aware that I was going to be off for that week. Meaning I'm not answering no phone calls. I'm not doing anything. I was over the COVID. So they used that as a moment to try to attack me for not answering my phone calls. Even though I have an HR counterpart that was at work. Nobody wanted to tell her anything, but it was let's attack Tarika, although we knew she wasn't going to be here. So I called the meeting with everybody and let them know, you have no right, because I did it in an intelligent way. So I was like, so if Tarika's not here, who do you call? If that person's not, and nobody, right. They were pissed off that I spoke to them in an intelligent manner, but I put them in their place. So I know that's what happened in December.
That's why you said they didn't like being told what to do by a Black woman.
So,
and from the time you got back, it was issues.
Yes, absolutely. But it was quiet issues because it was like the quiet before the storm.
Well, it's subtle issue. Isn't that what racism is?
Exactly. Yep.
Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love, disturbing, unwanted, or disturbing peace. I think the other part of this, remember, you're asking what went wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think in the future, it's okay to document. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
It would have been okay to send out a mass email to all the parties that were bothering you, Let them know that a PTO is actually part of HR laws. Now, I know that if you're not hourly, but there's something there that when you take a vacation, you are allowed just to take a vacation.
That's if you're hourly, if you're salary, you have to answer the phone, but I was hourly.
What?
Yes, ma'am. And I actually have documentation, but they shut my email off before I can get it.
Oh my God. Because you technically have a little case against them, which, you know what? Just because I like to have fun with companies, I definitely would just file anyway, Terica. But I like to have fun with companies. Like, I'm not one to just walk away. I'm not one just to be fired, by the way. But I've gotten fired from every job. But it doesn't mean I walked away.
Right.
I got fired from one job, went back to them, and filed for workman's comp. So,
and I think they know that. That's why they sent me the letter saying that they're restructuring.
yeah. But you still got them. Like, they can't terminate you based on the lie. Somebody is saying call EEO in your state just for that one thing in December.
Mm-hmm.
File through the Department of EEO and not the company EEO.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. It's all online anyway. Don't take no for an answer. Remember, we're just asking what could have been done differently.
Right.
All right. And so the other thing that can be done differently, particularly because you're in HR and something like this can always come up again. You know, when you send an email out, photocopy it, put it in a folder, take it home.
Yeah.
In the future, because almost anything can come back as proof later.
That's true.
They were sneaky as like sneaky. You know, I really feel like they liked you, Terica, a lot. I think that December moment was where the racism kicked in. I also want to remind everyone, not just you, Terica. I'm pretty sure I said this. I said if Trump does not get in, corporate is going to pay.
Yeah. And they were Trump supporters, and they made that very known.
God help me. Maybe you're better off not there. But I don't know, Terica. I would just fight a little bit more.
Okay.
You
I'm
know,
a fighter, so that means.
Are you a fighter,
okay.
really? Okay, that makes me so happy. Okay, so let me tell you something. This one time I was working, remember, I got fired at every job though, right? But this one time I was working at something similar to a Walmart, right? And one of the supervisors kept like molesting immigrant women, right? And he would always find one that, because he would talk to them, he was so nice, and he would always find one, and they would be so damn honest, and he would be like, oh, my boyfriend, you know, he just come, you know, from Guatemala, and, you know, he has no papers, so I do all the work, and but he's looking for a job, and, you know, is there anything you could do? They would always say things like that, even though technically there's nothing he could do, but he had an auto part shop, right? And so he would pretend like he would do something and then always call them into the office and molest them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this was true story, right? And so because I was working in HR, they would come to me and they would say, this is happening. And I thought, oh, goddamn, like, what am I supposed to do about this? Because, like, I was an hourly clerk and down the line hourly clerk. So if I told anyone, how's this going to work? right? I didn't feel comfortable telling anyone, right? And so me and a white girl got together and we wrote a letter to the employees. And we said, if you have been molested by this dude, and we mentioned his name, put your name and your employee number. The trick was I put my name first. And then very microscopic, I put knowledge of. But all the girl saw was my name. And we got 21 names. When all was said and done, we didn't know what to do with that piece of paper. So we decided to mail it to every VP, every CEO, every CFO, including in maintenance. HR, retail development, maintenance. We did not care. We sent the email, because all we had was everyone's emails, to everybody. And then we waited. And then they came like troopers. And when they finally interviewed me, they said, so you've been, molested by this dude? And I said, no. And they said, well, you have it here on paper. I said, no, I put knowledge of. And then I looked at them and I said, I'm a whistleblower. So that's what I'm telling you to do. You're out of there. Contact Switzerland and contact everybody in Switzerland. I could give 2 pennies what Switzerland does with it. But I'm going to make sure Switzerland looks at all those people twice, if not 3 times. And I'll be damned if somebody, redneck, takes my job after lying to me and saying they were restructuring. And then they give him $40,000. That in itself is a problem.
Yeah.
Write the letter.
I will.
Ironically, it will come back on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a funny feeling they'll contact you.
The guy's not going to work out.
Oh, yeah, I'm not even worried about that, because once you contact Switzerland, he can't work out. And once you tell Switzerland it's a racist thing, you know what? And add to it. It's such typical American racist stuff. Add to it. And you let them know. It happened the week that George Floyd's trial went on. Like, add to it. You make Switzerland look at you twice, and they might contact you. There's something here about accelerated motion from overseas. The 8 of Wands means from afar, flying from afar.
Okay.
I'm excited. Did you go write this letter? I'm such a fighter. Then when I get another fighter, I'm like, oh, you a fighter too? You fight like I fight? We need to fight.
Yeah. I have too much Leo in my chart. I'm a natural born fighter.
Wait, so you're not a Leo, but you got Leo in your chart?
I have heavy Leo in my chart. Heavy. Almost all my placements are in Leo.
What's
your my sun?
What's your sun sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Are you born in August or September?
August 30th.
My August Virgos are mouthy fighters.
Yes.
One more.
I fight to the end of it.
One more day, you would have been a Beyonce, right?
Yeah.
One more day.
I'm closer to Michael. I'll take that.
You're closer what?
To Michael Jackson. I'll take that.
Yes. And look how he fought through his music. Look how he got. Not that. I mean, don't get me wrong, people, because the bees, she's so crazy. I'm not talking about the bees. But there is a difference between a September Virgo and an August Virgo, and an August Virgo, half the times, y'all got fighting you, and I'm not no one sure why you're fighting. Now, if anything would have contained you and brought you to HR, would have been the Virgo side, and only the Virgo would have contained you. But you got fighting you, so we gonna fight. You let that Leo bust out, and the Virgo can take over when the Virgo needs to take over. Let the Leo come out now.
Oh, and I love when the Leo come out. I already told you I love my Leo side.
The Leo side is too much. You know it. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much, that Leo side. Nobody knows what to do with the Leo side. It's too much.
I know. That's why when she wants to come out, I'll be so excited. I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Come.
Yes.
You know, the Virgo's all prim and proper. You know, we fight intellectually.
Yes.
The Leo be like, nah, he's going crazy.
Yes. That's why I tell everybody, out of all the signs, I love me, my Virgos. Out of all the signs. But if you want a good fight, and we fight dirty, and we'll fight just because it's just time to fight. So just give us a good excuse and we'll kick it in the mud with you, because we just like to fight. We're not planning to go to jail. That's the like, no, we're not going that far. But we love a good argument, and we will win the argument. Make a decision, sweetie, because if you make this decision, meaning write this letter, I need to read this to you because I love the Ace of Swords when it makes sense. Sometimes the Ace of Swords doesn't make sense, but I'm going to read this to you real quick. Terica, thank you for this. I really appreciate everyone doing the live readings, and this was a good one for folks to hear. The Ace of Swords is the power of the intellect, right? It's a sense of power. You actually have great force at your disposal. You just don't know it yet. It's the element of air, the thinker, right? It's the power of words. It is something good emerging from evil circumstances. It's the beginning of success. But you know what, Terica? It's right timing. If this would have happened this time last year, you wouldn't have been heard. You write this and you throw racism all up in it. You throw it in. You let them know. Like, this is what goes on in America. Use America. Shoot. But it's right timing. Last year, this time, nothing. Poof. This year, no. You fight, and you fight for your blackness. You fight for fairness. You fight because they didn't restructure. They gave your job to somebody else and then gave him more money. And then you know what they say? And then, okay, because when I get upset, I start stuttering. You know what else you add? And everybody at the job knows it.
Yep.
If you do this, there will be radical changes. Switzerland is actually very disciplined and very orderly and very logic. This will.
Yes, they are.
Are they? Yeah, see, I didn't know this. I just didn't know this.
They are very orderly, and they're all about the business. Like, they don't cut any corners. But the company I work for, they cut corners all the time. So they don't like corporate in their business. So me putting corporate in their business will turn everything around.
This makes me so happy. I can't even tell you how happy I am. It's the power to think things through, and it's also justice. So you can add that you are contacting them first, but after this, you're going to take this to legal authorities. All right?
I sure will. And I will also add the emails. But my manager decided that my first week on the job that she was going to send a nasty email to me and my other coworkers and blasted us about quote unquote gossip that she didn't even know was true or not. And I have both emails in my purse.
What does that have to do with your job? What is gossip? I mean, excuse you, if I got fired for gossip, oh my God, I really would have gotten fired from every job. You know?
Well, that's why I was like, this is so unethical. You're sitting here reprimanding us about something you heard and don't even know if it's factual. And when I tell you she was nasty in that email, she was extremely nasty, very nasty.
Was she white?
Of course. I was the only Black person there.
Oh, please add all of that in. Every time you talk about a manager, you say, and then my white manager, Sarah.
I love that. I'm going to do that.
Because this needs to stop. And okay, listen to me. Because it needs to stop. And Meghan McCain on The View was talking about, like, you get a job because you're qualified. No, you don't. No, you don't. You get a job from nepotism. And I'm pretty sure the guy that took your job knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Oh, I'm more than certain of that. My manager said she had never even talked on the phone. They hired him without her knowledge. She didn't even know who he was.
Put all that in a letter.
I am. All that. And the fact that you let 4 general managers with no HR expertise hire somebody in HR, if that's not an issue, I don't know what is.
Put all that in a letter. And you keep, you know, when you say something like that, you keep putting in, I am qualified. I am qualified. Like, you know what I mean? At every point. No disciplinary issues. What the hell? And the whole lie that they were restructuring.
Right.
They're gonna be upset, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in a sneaky kind of way. So they're not gonna come in guns blazing, right? They might send somebody over. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What they will discover is how sick the department is. And definitely use the time. You said you had the COVID or you didn't?
I had COVID in January.
Were you able to take out as well during the COVID?
I was working from home.
Uh-huh.
All of them just came back from COVID. All of those managers that got me fired were out for COVID. It was a mass spread at that company. They literally all just came back last week.
Was everybody working from home?
No, they're at the shop.
No. You said they just came back. Were they all working from home?
Oh, yeah, they were working from home, yes, at that time.
Okay, put that in because there's a technicality with COVID.
Okay.
And the technicality is if you have COVID, you are legitimately sick. How can you possibly work legitimately with the diagnosis of COVID? And that has nothing to do with hourly or not. This is a legitimate illness. So you emphasize that.
I will.
And you use words like, and they forced me to work during my COVID.
Mm-hmm.
You have a really good case. You just don't know it yet. Once you document everything, you have a really good case.
And you know, I have nothing but time on my hand to sit down and document because I love to get stuff in order.
That's the Virgo in you, right?
Yeah.
You listen, I hear you feel like you either feel like you did it to yourself somehow or feel like you've been stabbed in the back, right? And
both
of them. I was going to say that. And yeah, you're right. Right. You know, maybe you self-sabotage yourself, but only because not thinking fast enough. And that's not a bad thing. Sometimes God is in the details. So I don't want you to beat yourself up when sometimes God is like, hey, I'm going to confuse you for a few months.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you operate well because I kind of want you to get terminated, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you just add that working through the COVID didn't allow you to even come back to work healthy.
Yep.
You add all of that. Switzerland is going to be really, really confused by your letter. They're going to be like, what the hell? But I have to tell you, not only will they respond, there will be a couple of people that will respond, a man and a woman. And then they will come in guns blazing. But you're going to have to be patient because I don't see them doing anything until around July.
I am so okay with that.
And let me just show you on video why I get July, because the number 7 of Cups is in what's called my environment. And I feel like, you know, I always go with what I feel, and I feel like you will hear something in about 10 weeks. So 10 weeks is all of April, all of May, the middle of June, right? But I'm going to stick to July.
Okay.
But they will come guns blazing. And they will not put up with this once they realize that what's going on in America is not who they are.
Yeah.
Listen, finish this, right? This ain't over until you sing. Finish this.
Okay.
Yeah, finish this. Who are they to have an all-white company? What kind of mess is that? Finish this.
I sure will, because you know what? I don't even want the job back, so it don't matter to me. I'll fight just because it's fun for me.
That's my point. You don't even want the job back. And I felt that. That's why I finished this. I think they might offer you a job back, though. It's either your job back or better compensation.
Yep, give me some money. That's all, because I ain't coming back.
Good. All right. Final outcome. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
It's called Take a Step Back. And this is from the Angel Guide Cards, and they really have some unique messages. And when I read it, it's like, wow, that's so powerful. So let's see. I have not read most of these cards. And so it's always a surprise to me, too. Hold on a second. QRST. Take a step back. Your angels are guiding you to take a step back and reflect before proceeding further. There is an exciting and excitable and action-orientated energy around you at this time. But you are being encouraged to review the situation before making any moves. Remember that you are a sensitive being, and should the correct steps and intentions should be lined up. You could, if the correct steps and intentions not be lined up, you could open yourself up to harsh energies or a situation that could be limiting to your growth. In order to have the best experience and a positive outcome, take some time now to meditate on your actions, your intentions. Let the visions come through, and then go for the goal. Call in your angels and invite them to guide you to make decisions that will be supportive of your expansion and highest good. No need to rush ahead and force something to happen, or else we'll miss the signals and signs and messages that are encouraging us to change course. If you have a big decision to make now or are in the midst of moving a project forward, your angels are encouraging you to take a step back and breathe. What is for you won't go by you. Your angels are encouraging you to step into the energy of trust. When you do so, you will draw universal energy and support to you. If you have concerns about another person or relationship, this card is guiding you to draw back and respect the space of others. Let this be a time of self-care and self-awareness. And when you step back, you let the universe step in. So if we're just going to stay continuously on writing this letter, what I was getting as I was talking was there might be other points throughout the 2 years that have been impactful.
Okay.
Get the whole 2 years out. So whatever you remember, write it down somewhere and hold on to it separate. And then if you remember something else, write it down, put it with everything of memory. Leading up to your PTO, leading up to COVID, leading up to them forcing you to work during COVID, that is unreasonable.
Yeah.
All the while telling them how you felt everything was about racism.
Yep.
But breathe. Don't miss anything. So I don't want you to write the letter tomorrow, right? You could write
I'm
it.
gonna take my time.
Take your time. You could write it in 2 weeks, but you make sure it's impactful. Now, I'm a big fan of asking God to be my words. You know, I would always be like, God, I need you, be my words. Jesus, help me to write this. And when you throw it up to the universe, what comes down is this miraculous stuff that when all is said and done, you're going to look at it like a masterpiece.
Yeah. I get excited when I talk to God and my angels. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah. And don't be afraid to, light some candles. In your case, it should be white candles.
Okay.
All right. If you need a herb, all you need is basil.
I got my basil.
There you go. And that's all you need.
Okay.
All right. I'm a big fan of sitting by the light of the candle. And sometimes just looking at the candle allows you to just think and focus. The flame makes you put intentions, and the light of the candle pushes it out to the universe.
That's confirmation because I've been making candles and I've been lighting them since the full moon. So that's just confirmation for me.
Oh, you've been making candles?
Yes, I love making candles.
Are you planning on selling these candles?
I sure will. I put my oils in them, my basil and all the stuff that you tell you. Now look at your videos and do all of that.
Well, let me know because I'm a big fan of supporting particularly candle makers.
Okay. I'll send you some.
Yeah, but let me purchase it. Like everyone loves to send me things, but I'm starting to feel guilty about that. So just let me purchase. Do you
okay, but I'll let you purchase one and I'll send you one as a gift.
Okay. See, I can't. People just throw things at me. Do you have any of them on IG yet?
I have not. I'm just, I feel like this being terminated has been a blessing because I have so much free time to now do, my side things that I do. So I'm about to get everything up and running now.
Yes. So for right now, light your home candle, worry about you, add your basil. You don't need anything other than that. Basil is twofold. Basil is protection and basil is money. And it's probably the most powerful herb, particularly to have more meaning in writing this letter to Switzerland, right?
Okay.
Once you write the letter to Switzerland, let it go and start your personal career.
Yeah.
All right, sweetie?
Thank you so much, Miss Tracey. I enjoyed this reading.
I know, right? I enjoyed it too. Thank you. It was a nice reading. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Terica, get going. And
Thank you.
always text me to let me know what your progress looks like.
Okay, I will.
Any questions, text me. No, wait, that's wrong. No. Any updates, text me. Any questions is a reading. Bye, Terica.
Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
She said bye, everyone. Wait, what happened here? Hold on, let me see if I'm supposed to get... Ow! Kira. Ow. So I might have another reading, but I'm certainly not going to wait for another reading to come through. You know, if another reading comes through, I will just come back on at 10:30. How's that, guys? Everyone be blessed today in Jesus' name. Hey, Lydia, it's so cool. We want you to bless. We want to bless you for blessing us. Oh, was that for Terica? Because I think her reading was also a blessing, right? Let me just text one more person. I hate to end this and then... All right. If I have to come back, I definitely will come back because that's what Wednesday's readings are for. They're for live reading. So someone paid, but if you leave your telephone number, I can contact you right away. Because sometimes people look at this and they go, oh, I want a reading right now, but you got to give me more to go on, like your telephone number. All right. It's all good. I can always come back. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time out and letting me do these live readings. I'm loving them. I'm absolutely loving them. Virtual hugs.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
I stay godly.
Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to
Thank
Tracey
you, Miss Lynn. Thank you.
Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live.
Ugh.
Tracey.
What is your name? I might get another reading in today. I just don't want to end the live and then start over again. Hi, Haley. Good morning, Milo. Oh, did he? Hi, baby. Hi. No. That's right. Have a good day. All right. All right. Got one more reading in. She called me just in time because I was about to end this. No, I would have come back. Ow. I would have come back. All right. One more reading, guys. I told her to call me right now, so I hope she understands what call me right now means.
Unknown caller.
She understands. She understands. Yes. 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 Accept. Hi, sweetie. Oops, hold on. Hi, sweetie.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I've been trying to get in contact with you forever.
It's
I
not
just
that
didn't
hard.
know how to go about doing it.
Yeah, because it's not that hard. I have openings every single day. I wipe myself clean. I start out very fresh the night before. So it's not that hard to find me. I'm just you were doing something. I'm easy to find.
No, I was texting this number. Even when I paid, I was texting a number, a totally different number than the number you provided.
Not the 213?
No, ma'am. I was texting a 213-458 something number like that. Is that the correct number?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. It's the appointment desk.
Good.
Okay. How can I help you? Oh, wait. You do realize that this is live and it will go on YouTube.
Yes, ma'am. I was watching you. That's how I got on.
I
was
knew it.
watching you before.
I knew it. I was telling everybody. I said, I know she's watching and wanted to get it reading in. I said, but she ain't leave her telephone number. And I'm about to leave. No. Okay, thank you.
And I'm over here screaming, don't leave Miss Tracey Way.
That is hilarious. So, how can I help you? What's going on?
I want to dive into some family issues. I'm kind of unbalanced on both sides. I don't know what the issue is. There's always a wedge between both sides, on mother and on father. And I just kind of want to know what's going on with that.
Say that one more time. Say it one more time.
I stated I want to kind of dive into family issues.
Uh-huh. Okay, hold on a second.
I'm kind of...
Do you have a specific question, though? Do you have a specific question?
Yes, I want to know why my relationship is so strained on both ends of my family, on my mother's and my father's.
Okay, all right, let's take a look at that. Why is, can I say your name?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, please God, tell me, why is Kiara in such estranged, maybe that's it, estranged relations with both her mother and her father? Any siblings?
I do. I have one brother. I have a stepbrother, but I have a full brother with my mom and dad.
Okay, so let's repeat that. So you do have siblings. The answer is yes. One is with both parents, and the other one comes through which one?
Dad.
Okay, all right. You know, I could tell by your voice you don't like Dad. Do you like Dad?
Do I like Dad?
Yeah.
Is that...
Yeah,
it's so complicated. I don't understand it at all. It's really, really complicated.
I hear you. I asked a very...
I love Dad, but Dad won't give me a chance. I don't get it.
Okay, but I could tell in your voice there's disdain for Dad. So I feel like you don't like him. I'm not saying he doesn't like you. I'm saying today, you don't like him either.
Yes, for this strain, I don't.
Okay. Did I pray yet? Yeah. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see, Father God. Kiara's your child. She's your love. She's your beloved. Please, God, authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen, amen, amen. Bare essentials, the naked truth, wholeness. Somebody's telling a lie in your family.
Okay.
Somebody's not being truthful and they're hiding behind it. And this is a tree of about like 50 years old. So they've been hiding behind it maybe since birth.
Okay.
Positive news, positive outcome. I feel like, again, more, okay, let me just show you the cards because sometimes I forget I'm on the live video. So this is the lie, right? It's bare essentials, the naked truth, but feeling whole again, right? And it's a lie by fire, a lie by fire, right? So it's to the point where this lie, like people would have gotten rid of paperwork to keep the lie, is what I'm trying to say. They'll burn the house down to keep this lie, right?
Okay.
I get positive news, positive outcome. It's almost like you feel the same thing, like, that feels about right. I feel like there is a lie in the family, right?
I do feel that way. Absolutely. I do.
Yeah. And then if you,
I feel like the black sheep, as if I don't fit in on either side.
I'm wondering, once you discover the lie, I think that you will finally be happy. Is it any possibility that your dad is not your dad?
I don't know.
Any weird stuff going on?
I don't know, Miss Tracy.
Well, like, let's take a look. Like, do the noses match? Do the shape of your face matches? Like, does your brother look more like your dad, but you look more like your mom?
My brother looks identical to my dad, and I look like my mom. I'm bright complexion, and my dad is dark.
Well, see, but I've seen that in families, right? My son is chocolate, and his daughter has his wife's complexion, which is, more yellowish. So I've seen that. I don't know if we can go
but my dad has a pointy nose, and I have all my mom's features. I have my mom's nose as well.
Yeah. See, now we're talking. That's more DNA to me. The structuring of the face and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Spiritual union, emotional withdrawal. See, I think you've always known something like this, and so I feel like you've withdrawn from them, right? Not blaming you. I just feel like you're like, I know you guys are up to something, and so why should I participate in the family? Because I know y'all are up to something, right?
Oh my God, that's true. That is so true. Wow.
First of all, you will get the answers someday. I don't know if today's your best day, but you will get the answers someday. The rainbow is shining out on truthfulness, but not without it being really, really muddy and really, really sticky. So,
okay.
Why can't anybody take any DNA tests? At least with your brother. You can always trick your brother into doing a DNA test.
Yeah, I could. I could do that. I never even thought about it.
Yeah. Buy him a kit and you buy a kit and send it off. And for all intents purposes, it should look very, very similar for all intents purposes. If it's remarkably different, then you might want to consider what the hell is going on here.
Okay.
All right.
I'm freaking out, but
what are you freaking out about? Let me know. What's going on? Let me feel what you're feeling. Why are you freaking out?
I was recently on a live, just a random live of someone that I follow, and a prophet, which he called himself, was under there,
It had nothing to do with my comment or anything.
Yeah.
And up under there, he writes this long message, and within the message, he said that the spirits were calling out to him to speak to me, and he states that there was a curse placed on my life as a child by someone in my family.
So let's stop there.
Okay.
God does not allow curses to be placed upon children. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Let's just start there. So we're going to start at God would never allow someone to curse a child, meaning it can never work. Ever.
Okay.
Ever. Ever. Second of all, I don't believe in that form of black magic. In order for that form of black magic to actually work, somebody has to tell you, which is what the prophet did, right? And then you believe it. It doesn't mean that it's true. Literally someone has to tell you, hey, you've got a curse on you. For you to go, I knew it. I've been having so much bad luck. That explains everything. No, it doesn't explain everything. It just means you have a fucked up family. And also, it also
that
just
makes
means,
me feel a whole lot better.
yeah, please. And it also just means he picked you at random. But guess what? Everybody has a fucked up family. So it didn't have to be you. I'm sure this prophet goes on lives everywhere and then goes, hey, Sasha, I'm a prophet, so I talk very close to God. And guess what? You got a curse on you. Fuck the prophet. Fuck him. And I mean it with every curse word I have in my life. Fuck people that do that to you. We're crazy enough as it is. We're crazy. You don't need to push us over the edge. We hear prophet and then we go church, God. And then we go, oh, curse. I knew it. I don't like it.
It's kind of like he just disappeared.
Of course he did.
I was like, well, what was that about?
Because he's not real. It's not real. He's not truthful. All right? So we're not going to carry anything about a prophet and some bullshit words that he gave you and then abandoned you. But I do want to offer up, never believe that crap. It's more hurtful to tell someone they have a curse on them rather than really help them. So the way I see it, someone mentioned adoption. I'm not really getting adoption. I don't think she was adopted. I would say really check into whether or not there was maybe a pregnancy before your dad, because I'm actually getting a man here and I'm getting a man here, and they're opposite one another. They, by the way, look nothing alike. Nothing. All right?
Okay.
I'm wondering, listen, no disrespect to your mom, but I'm wondering if there was a pregnancy and then your mom was like, hey, Dad, you know, this baby's yours. Women do it all the time.
Absolutely.
Except that most men know it, but they don't want to deal with it. They believe it, and then they know it. And then when a baby comes out, they're like, I don't know if it's true, but they don't really want to say anything. And did your dad stay with you and your mother the whole time?
Yes, up until about 12. And then they divorced for cheating, for all the reasons up under the sun.
And did he cheat or did she cheat?
I want to say it was my mom, but it's just so much back and forth. And
no, I believe it was your mom.
To where I don't know what the truth is.
Yeah, I believe. Listen, no disrespect. Please don't show this to your mom. I just don't have time. I'm so embarrassed.
I just want to know the true proof of
this
what's
is,
going on.
well,
So.
I believe it was that's why I was like, your dad or your mom? Like, I think your dad might have been more passive, like would believe anything
He
type of
is.
guy. See? I think your mom was
He
like,
is.
no, this is your baby. Remember when we had sex in July? This is your baby. And he's like,
My mom is more the dominant one. He is very passive
yeah.
and very mellow.
So I see two men here. I would really be concerned as to who your dad is. I think your mom might have been pregnant and then said to the better man, it's yours. And clearly your dad was the better man, right? If it's the other man, she couldn't have said this to the other man because the other man was like, you gonna get an abortion? What you gonna do? Like, he might have been the aggressor, whereas your dad was the easy breezy guy, the one that you presume is your dad.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that I think maybe in the last 2 years, 18 months, you've really been questioning things, right?
I have.
Mm-hmm. And I also think that maybe you've been getting ornery with them, tired of them, ornery. Like, if you're gonna shut me out, I'm gonna shut you out, type of thing.
It's true. Petty at its finest. It's true.
Yeah. You know, I think it's time to be upright, right? And not be so rebellious, right? Because you're rebellious against the unknown. And that's the worst.
Okay.
It's like, you know, but you don't know. You're mad, but you don't even know why you're mad.
Right. Okay.
And when you have responses to the unknown, that's a disservice to you. So now that you
Okay.
have an inkling that there's a potential that things are not what they seem, I'm wondering if you can find some peace in that and then get your answers. I wouldn't suggest, first of all, I would not suggest fighting my parents. I wouldn't suggest that.
Okay.
But I would kind of suggest my brother and I get a DNA test.
Okay.
You know, I went to a TP thing with Jason. Jason is one of my metaphysical friends. And there was this TP thing that he did. It was on my birthday. And somehow or another, it's a tarot meditation type of TP thing. And somehow or another, we got to DNA tests. And one of the girls in the group said, I found out my father wasn't my father through a DNA test. And I was like, what? And she's like, all I did was take a DNA test. Like, that's all she wanted to do. She was not searching for anything. And got the shock of her life. And that is like, whoa.
Right.
So I would invite you and your brother to do the right thing. And I don't know if I would just do a ancestry test or a 1, 2, 3 test. Like, those are, I'm not sure what she did, but I think she just did an ancestry test.
Okay.
But I would really look into a particular test that would let siblings know that they're siblings.
Okay.
You know, and pay for it. I'd rather know.
Yeah, I have to know.
Yeah. 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 I also think your mom might be dominant. Your dad might be passive. I think you're rebellious. And I think that if you have a rebellious nature, then it might come from, you know, this other person.
Okay.
So it's even nice to
and
know.
that's something I need to know.
Yeah, it's nice to know. That's why I fight so hard. Like, that is just in me. well, now I'm just going to fight. If that's what you did, I'm going to fight. But you feel better about, you know,
Yeah.
responding the way you respond to things. And it just makes sense. I mean, when I was like 10, I said to my mom, I was like, my mom was so quick at fostering children and adopting children. And I was like, man, she's good at this, like almost in a con kind of way, to be honest with you. And so, because it was like a way to make money. Unfortunately, that was really my mom. I did get a brother out of this, but only because she absolutely loved him. Every other kid that came up in there was a con game for her. It was just for money, right? And when they didn't work out, she gave them right back. It was like so sad. Like we would come home from school and we'd be like, "Where's Debbie?" And she's like,
no.
"Yeah." My mom was crazy. And she'd be like, "Debbie's gone." And then she would feel guilty, but she would throw it back on us, right? And she would be like, "You know how bad Debbie was. You saw everything that she was doing." And we're like,
No.
but you couldn't say anything. It was those mothers back in the day where you would be like, "No, mother," and she would slap the shit out of you. So you would just be like, sure. You know, like it was weird, but it was also mind weird. It was like mind fucking weird. And she had the gift of that, right? And so because she had the gift of fostering children and tossing them aside, but she did keep one, right? She kept my brother. So we knew she had it in her. And then I was like, am I adopted? I wanted to be adopted so bad because I wanted her to toss me back. Send me back to the foster care system. Anything but this. Oh, she's cried and cried. Oh, you just make me so sad. You just say the meanest things. And I'm like, oh my God, like you are the meanest person I've ever met. But what I said was mean to myself. I wouldn't say that to her. And I'd be like, well, I was just curious. It's, it's okay, Mom. I was just hoping.
Right.
So I'm just saying, you might
This
find
is a lot to think about.
Yeah, girl, you solve it with your brother. That's going to be the easiest way.
Okay.
Because if y'all are really, really connected, it should be the high 9s. 97, 98, 99. It should be a breeze. If y'all ain't brother and sister, you don't have to question it. Like the numbers will show it.
Okay.
All right. Let me give you the final outcome.
Okay.
I always lose my cards, though. I know why I lose my cards. I have a color scheme going on. And this, maybe I should see the orange. Oh, this looks blue to me. And the book looks blue to me. But then the back is orange. And I've got a color thing in my head. And so this color doesn't match the book the way I see it. Which makes me a little crazy. Hold on a second. Elise, you did not have anybody do root work on you. You didn't. You believe somebody did root work on you. Or they fed you something. Trust and believe. They did not. And if they did, they fed you something to have complications or to abort the baby. That's called murder. That's not root work. Stop believing the bullshit. Stop believing the hype. And I'm serious. You have to be fed something. Murder. Not black magic. All right. Opportunity and change. Let's see what it says. Stop believing all that. God doesn't allow that. Do you understand? God doesn't allow for all of that to occur. That's not why God has his good herbs on this earth. To kill people, to hurt people. Stop believing it. My God, it's such a black thing. Stop it. I don't know if it's any other culture thing, but it's a black thing. I know it's in my culture. Stop it. You got to live healthy and well. And always stay positive. Ain't nobody can get to you unless God authorizes. What's for you is for you. Just stop believing that voodoo works. It doesn't. Not designed the way you all put it out there. And then I have voodoo put on me. And then I lost my house. No, you lost your house because you didn't pay your bills. No, you almost lost your baby because people just sometimes wind up in a situation where the babies and the bodies don't agree. That's not voodoo. Magic Mermaid, after all the stories I tell, she's like, you got about 15 novels in you. I've had a full life, people. Opportunity and change. As one door closes, another one opens. But this is a time for change. Your angels are drawing close to support you in making the changes that you need to make to attract opportunities and abundance. You may have experienced resistance recently or felt stuck, but the new beginning you are seeking is just now unfolding. If you're hesitating over a decision or wondering what to do about a particular project, your angels are encouraging you to go with the new. Change might bring a sense of vulnerability or present you with the unknown, but it will allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings and your gifts and what's important to you. Your guardian angel is waiting to guide you through the doorway of opportunity that is being offered to you right now. You are in a time of change and opportunity, whether this involves a new role, a career opportunity, a new relationship, child or project, or knowing who and who is not your father. This is an exciting opportunity. And if you have apprehensions, know that this card is reassuring you that you are being supported by the divine. If you ask angels to lead the way, you will be guided by signs, intuition, and your instinct. Move forward fearlessly, as this is actually a blessed time for you. Today's the day to get all the answers, sweetie.
Okay.
All right? Keep me posted.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. Thank you.
Keep me posted. I'd love to hear, your progress.
I will. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's talk about the evil eye for a minute. That is real. I'm not saying magic isn't real, right? Let's be clear. Let me just send her this picture first. Maybe I need to do a video on this. I'm not saying magic isn't real, right? I'm saying using magic to hurt people. That's not what God designed voodoo to be. And we have to get out of that belief system. Does the evil eye work? Yes, because that's energy. That is powerful. So there's I think it's India culture, that if you eye something, people tend to go, take it. And then you go, no, I wasn't trying to take it. And they go, no, take it. Because you take the evil eye off. You're eyeing something that you want. And it's the way. It's not like looking at a painting on a wall and be like, oh my God, that painting is beautiful. It's like looking at a little, like if somebody were to say to me, I love that. And I go, do you? And I go, take it. When my son, okay, Mermaid, I always got a story inside of me, right? When my son was acting, he was in this movie called Hardball. And it was the first time in my lifetime I had had a housekeeper that was paid for by the studio. And let me tell you something, I was loving this housekeeper. But nowadays, people can have housekeepers. Before the COVID, I don't know if anybody can afford a housekeeper anymore. But in any case, I got a glass Virgin Mary that I loved. I only had two things. I had a picture of Christ that I've been carrying around me everywhere for the past 30 years, right? So I always carry that picture onto the plane with me. And then when I got to Chicago, I found a glass sculpt of Mother Mary. And back in the day, it was Catholic, born and raised Catholic, loved Mother Mary, still do. Like, I have this thing with the mothers of deities. That's why YEMAYA is my next love, because she's the mother, right? And so one of my favorite words from Mary is, all the world will know my name. I love that. It brings tears to my eyes every time. In any case, wherever I go, I try to find a version of Mother Mary. I went to Italy and I found a very beautiful version of Mother Mary. It doesn't mean that I will pick it up, but this was the most recent, because I had just gone to Italy. And this is the most recent. I just really love her, and I can't explain it, nor will I justify it. All right? Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she just amazing? Look the way this holds up. Isn't she beautiful? In any case, I really need to glue this. So that's Mother. Oh, honey, come on. Stay in. Work with me. I'm trying to show the people's Mother Mary. Work with me. Don't you just love her? Let me bring her a little closer to you. Instagram. Don't you just look how pretty that is, right? Look at her. How amazing is she? In any case, I love her. But when I went to Chicago, okay, Mother Mary, this is ridiculous. I found a glass sculpture of Mother Mary, and I put it on my work desk in this apartment that they gave us, along with my picture of Jesus, and never met the maid, ever. But then one week, for some reason, we didn't work, and so the maid was coming, and she's like, oh, I come every day at the same time. And I was like, oh, thank you. You do such a wonderful job, blah, 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 blah. And then I was getting ready to leave. And I knew to leave her income, right? I knew that, right? So at the end, it was like a 4-month stay. At the end, I gave her what I thought would have been a nice tip for the 3 months that we were there. So I go to give it to her. I remember I sent my son to work and put him in charge with another parent, because I wanted to make sure that I handed it to her, because that was my ego at the time. And I was like, I need to hand it to her. And when I handed it to her, I said, this is our last week here. And she goes, oh my God, this is your last week? And I said, yeah. And she says, can I have? And she pointed to the glass sculpture of Mother Mary. And she goes, can I have? And I died inside. I died. Like, my eyes were like deer caught in the headlight. I was like, and in my head I'm spinning, and I hear the evil go, no, don't give it to her. Don't do it. And then I heard the nice person say, oh, come on, Tracey. Come on. You can't be that selfish. And at the bad person going, no, you keep it for yourself. And then I was like, and the whole time I'm going. And I didn't have any history in me about this Indian philosophy, but I do remember hearing spirit back then, but I didn't know it was spirit 100%. I didn't really know who spirit was inside of me. And I heard spirit say, She needs it. And I was like, okay. And I gave it to her with regret, but I gave it to her. And for years, it was one of the things I had always regretted. So I spent years after that looking for this glass Mother Mary. Years. And then one day, my son gave me this. Even online, I couldn't find this glass Mother Mary. I'm going to see if I can find her again. And then one day, my son gave me this beauty. Just an angel. And it actually lit up. I think I could still make it light up if I undo this and put batteries in it. And it lights up and it's like a snow globe, which is why I do my oils looking like a snow globe, because it's very similar energy. And this, thank God, is made out of plastic, so I can kind of wrap this and take this anywhere. And it made up for everything I had ever lost in Mother Mary. This, from my own child, gave me life. You know? Isn't it lovely? Isn't it beautiful? I can't even tell you how many years I've had this thing. I bet you my son doesn't even remember he gave this to me. Isn't this the most considerate gift ever? This is when when you think your children don't love you, and trust me, you will get there when they get past 19. You're going to be like, did I birth you? Do I know you? Who are you? Because they act completely uncharacteristic of how you raise them. And then they do something like this. And you're like, oh, son, you're back? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take a picture of that and see if he remembers. Knowing my son, he's gonna be like, that's really nice. Where'd you get that from? It's really nice, Mom. All right, what is this? All right, guys. Honest question. Do you have a picture of the Virgin Mary in your car or St. Jude? Honest question. I have St. Jude. I'll show you. So this is St. Jude, another statue. Catholics like statues, so we got statues. This is from my daddy. And one day, Staten Island, when you live in Staten Island, they constantly have huge statues in their yard. It's just a thing that we do. And so I had moved out of Staten Island. When I moved back, my dad promised to pay my rent because I had one of those type of dads. He was like, move back. And I was like, never. And he was like, I'll pay your rent. I was like, okay. And as a gift, he brought me a humongous St. Jude. Humongous. And he was so proud of himself. And he's like, I brought this for you. And it looked exactly like this. And then my son, in his 7 or 8-year-old mind, thought, I guess he must have had St. Jude on his mind the whole ride home, but nobody knew the psychosis that was going on inside his head. And so we get to my new house and we're unloading everything. And my son, we put the St. Jude down on the sidewalk, and my son, without telling anyone, went to grab it. And he took off with this huge St. Jude. Oh my God. And we saw it, but no one really thought anything of it. And I was right behind him. And when he got in the house, I'll never forget, he took the St. Jude because it was too heavy, right? He took the St. Jude and he put it down. And it splattered all over the place. And my dad was right behind me. I'm like this. my dad was right behind me, and he looks at me and he goes, points to my son. He goes, the devil. And I was like, okay. So this is the other thing I carry with me wherever I go. St. Jude is precious because what we decided to do was replace the St. Jude, but not put it in the yard. We just gave me a small version of it. So this reminds me of my dad. Yeah, I got stories to tell. Too funny. Queen got statues. Yeah. You don't give me a topic. I got a story for every topic. I told y'all my son is exactly the same way. If I tell a funny story, he got a funnier story, and he is hilarious. And then I figured out he always tries to outdo me. So then I fixed him. And when he can always his stories are funny. But once I realize he's just trying to outdo me, then I talk about my period. You can't beat me at my own period. So I start talking about my period. You know, this one time when I got my period and he like shuts it. Now I don't get my period anymore. So now I don't have stories to tell to shut him up. Not the period. It's the only thing I could do to stop him. He always told stories better than me. He has my personality, but better. So he was always practicing on me. And I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. And their stories would be hilarious. I'm on the floor the way he tells a story. And then I realized he does it on purpose. He does it on purpose. So I was like, I'm going to start talking about my period because you can't outdo that. You got to be a girl to outdo that. Thank you. I don't even think about that right now. That's the one thing he wouldn't. Nothing. I did. I heard about him. Good luck. You're trying to take down Cuomo for the same things, right? Good luck. So who's December 12th? Mother Mary. We do. My grandmother, before we pass, asked my dad for a chapel for the Virgin Mary. So my dad made it. Oh, so now December 12th, which is her day. We have Aztecs come dance for her. It's amazing. That must be beautiful too. So there you go. Honest question. Do you have a picture of the Virgin Mary in your car or St. Jude? The answer is yes. When I had a car, I always had a cross hanging off my window, my mirror. Always. Oh, you're African shea butter. Oh, okay. I'll look for you. Thank you. Yes, on Wednesdays, people pay to have live readings done, and it's forever archived. That's the part that I like. It's forever archived. Like, unless YouTube shuts me down, which is always possible with my mouth. But they usually don't. I don't even get warnings from YouTube. All right. So are we good? I hope you guys got something out of the lives. I hope that you could see how they're done. I hope you can see how fluid, the readings can be from spirit, because I trust them. I hope you can see I don't struggle. I'm not working hard to get the answer. It's just is at this point. For me, the relationship with me and spirit is second nature, but I've been doing it for years. So it's easier for me. With everyone else that's coming up, it takes a minute to get comfortable. And it's like any other thing, you have to exercise, right? Simone Biles didn't get to be who she was unless she started at 3 and went through all the mistakes that it takes for her to be amazing for the Japan Olympics. All right. Yeah, I do get a lot of gifts. I can't even stop people. I'm like, I'll pay for it. They're like, no, you help us too much. It's hilarious. But I think it's also a Leo thing, you know. Like I said, the queen, it's like the Leo thing, the queen of the lost tribe. Like, what would you give the queen but gifts? And queens like gifts. Here, queen. Queen got statues, yes. So, Cynthia, I saw your canal video. You know, I'm really upset about the canal video. Can I tell you something? I made a mistake with the canal video. At the bottom of the deck, Spirit showed me the Ace of Pentacles, right? And then when I went through the reading, somehow or another, I got 4 weeks. I'm so mad at myself. The one would have been 1 month, which is how I said 4 weeks. They were gone in 1 day. And I'm so pissed that I didn't open myself up enough to say, I'll check it, but I don't think I did, to say the canal could be released in 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. It's just the safety technique. But I did get the number 1, and right away I went to 4 weeks. And I know why I went to 4 weeks, because I was kind of happy that because the evil inside of me was like, the barge is stuck. And I kind of liked it. And so you really have to check yourself and your wants and your desires when you're doing readings, because I was really happy. I know this sounds great, but I was really happy that the barge was stuck. Because it, like, everything on that barge probably has to do with a lot of greed and money and all the reasons why we are a corrupt world. So, you know, I'm not God. I am human trying to do my best to be non-judgmental, but I was really happy when that barge got stuck. Really happy. And so that's how I got the reading off a little. So it is what it is. I'm going to look at it again. I pray I said 1 day, but I don't remember saying it. But the 1, the Ace of Pentacles, is a 1, and it's my job to really look at it. But I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, let it stay stuck for another month, God. God was like, girl, there are other things going on at sea that impact this, and you selfish little bitch, just want this to get stuck for another 4 weeks. So, hey, we learned. And so I learned that, you know, my selfish ways cannot withstand anything that God designs. And so I learn every day. All right, guys. I love you all. Thank you. Bye. See you next Wednesday. Live. Tracey Brown Live. Wait, hold on a second. It's ridiculous. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Thank you for liking the song. It's going to get revamped yet again. One of my other clients then retook it, and she's like, I'm going to do even more to it. You guys are hilarious.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown.
A jazz version?
Tracey Brown Live.
Oh, tell my son we need a jazz version. Too funny. I love you all. Take it easy. Bye.